Yes, Joanne, we are right in the heart of the Cadillac Boulevard section of Detroit. And take a look at this. This is an area where neighbors really take good care of their property. So how would you feel if you had something like this stuck right in the middle of your beautiful neighborhood? Look at this eyesore. For 3 years, that house was on the demolition list. And then something terrible happened. On a hot, sticky Friday afternoon, 33-year-old Eric Nielsen scrapes paint off of the window frames of his beautiful Detroit home. You see, Eric and his pregnant wife, Kelty, are do-it-yourselfers and are amongst a group of almost 30 young Christian families who've recently moved into Detroit in an effort to try and breathe new life into the city.
We saw so many people moving out, we saw the abandonment, and we thought, you know what, God hasn't forgotten the city.
Now, with just weeks left before the birth of their first child, Eric and Kelty are terrified that someone will burn down this ugly, abandoned, rotting building right next door to their house.
The first 2 years I was here, I saw 11 houses within a 1-block radius burn down.
Definitely worry about it getting burned down and the potential of that harming our house. Our baby's room is right. You look out the window and see the abandoned house.
Yes, for the past 4 years, the Nielsens and all of their other neighbors have had to put up with this rotting eyesore. This house at 2644 Cadillac Boulevard was on a list of dangerous buildings, all set to be demolished. And then all of a sudden, without any warning or explanation, it was taken off that list and put on the state's list of historic homes.
It's been put on some sort of historical list.
That house is a historical site in some way?
I have no idea what makes it different than the hundreds of other houses that have been torn down in my neighborhood.
So who does this building actually belong to? Mr. Henry? Anybody home? A check of public records reveals it's Ed Henry, former Motown singer. Today we tried to talk to him at his residence in Southfield. And we're trying to find out if he wants to sell it, if he's willing to sell it, because basically it's terribly run down, and we're trying to either get it demolished or get it sold. There are people that have offered to buy it from him. What you just saw was me talking to the screen door to Ed's daughter. Ed was not home at the time. One more big question. So, who is it that actually saved this house from demolition? Well, it was the State Historic Preservation Office, and I have a quote from one of the people who works at the office as to why this house was not torn down. They say, quote, "Although this house is not historic all by itself, it is a contributing building within a historic district in the city of Detroit that is deemed eligible under the National Registry of Historic Buildings." And that is signed Martha McFarland Fays. She is Deputy State Historic Preservation Officer. So, in the end, it is the state of Michigan that stopped this house from being torn down. What is it going to take to get it off of that historic list? Well, it looks like the neighbors in this area are going to have to write dozens and dozens of letters to the State Office of Historic Preservation to try to convince them that this house needs to go. Reporting live in Detroit, Bill Spencer, Channel 7 Action News.